law ever become a reality in America? Some fear any nuclear, biological, or chemical attack on U.S. territory might trigger just that. And as KSLA News 12's Jeff Farrell discovered, the clergy would help the government with potentially their biggest problem, us.
If martial law were enacted here at home, like depicted in the movie The Siege, easing public fears and quelling dissent would be critical. And that's exactly what the Clergy Response Team, as it's called, helped accomplish in New Orleans.
Jeff, the primary thing that we say to anybody is let's cooperate and get this thing over with, and then we'll settle the differences once the crisis is over.
Such clergy response teams would walk a tightrope between the needs of the government versus the wishes of the public.
In a lot of cases, these clergy would already be known in the neighborhoods in which they're helping to defuse that situation.
For the clergy, one of the biggest tools that they will have in helping calm the public down or obey the law is the Bible itself, specifically Romans 13.
Because the government is established by the Lord, you know, and that's what we believe in the Christian faith. That's what's stated in the Scripture.
Civil rights advocates believe the amount of public cooperation may depend largely on how long they expect the suspension of their rights might last. Jeff Farrell, KSLA News 12 reporting.
And according to Tuberville, during Hurricane Katrina, the clergy response team provided 38 chaplains a day around the clock at 8 different camps. At 8 different camps. At 8 different camps.
The FEMA plans to imprison American citizens have generated a lot of interest around the country in locating the potential prison camps throughout the country. This facility was supposed to have closed in June of 1993, yet instead several $1 million in federal funds have been spent on supposed renovations over the past 2 years. All of the renovations to this property have involved putting in new fencing and putting in large gas furnaces on buildings that were never heated any time in the past 20 years. Outside, there are new gas pipes. The gas lines and gas pipes at the facility run the length of the buildings and come out at some very, very large, brand new furnaces that have been installed at the buildings throughout the facility.
In the past, we would see articles about 1 million body bags armor ordered by FEMA, or 300,000 plastic coffins ordered by Homeland Security. I mean, we've had all those articles. We just have never. Why are tens of thousands of plastic burial vaults stacked in a field near Madison, Georgia, is the headline. Polyguard vaults, and you go to their website, so you can go there and look at these. Now, the FEMA and the CDC say that they're, by the way, this is nearby the CDC, Centers for Disease Control. They say that they're only doing this in case there's a mass biological outbreak. You've just got to remember that it's the government, the criminals that have hijacked our government, their National Security Act of 47. But on the cover sheet of PDD 51, Presidential Decision Directive 51, it says that the president is a dictator.
Such clergy response teams would walk a tightrope between the needs of the government versus the wishes of the public. For the clergy, one of the biggest tools that they will have in helping calm the public down or obey the law is the Bible itself, specifically Romans 13.
Because the government is established by the Lord, you know, and that's what we believe in the Christian faith. That's what's stated in the Scripture.
The FEMA plans to imprison American citizens have generated a lot of interest around the country. The FEMA plans to imprison American citizens. The FEMA plans to imprison American citizens.
The clergy would help the government with potentially their biggest problem, us. Biggest problem, us.
So let's cooperate and get this thing over with, and then we'll settle the differences once the crisis is over.
You had better wake up and understand that there are people who are guiding your life and you don't even know it. You had better wake up and understand that there are people who are guiding your life and you don't even know it.